I've said this before a little bit, but I think what I would say to someone who's either looking at the Seattle School or who's about to step into this place in the next several months as a first-year student, I think given the challenges that we're uniquely facing today, it's really hard for me to believe that there is a better school to invite people, whether you're a therapist or an artist or a pastor, theologian, or just someone who wants to lead in their local community. I just can't think of a better place to invite people to not only sit within their own story and to think through the ways that that story has been shaped and formed over time, but to do that hard work alongside theological education and psychological education and spiritual education. I think, this isn't just a learning of the head. This is something that invites their whole being, their whole body, their heart to be present.
Be prepared to break down things that you never thought you would have to break down, and be prepared to do the work of rebuilding.
I think what I would say to someone who's just getting ready to start or is thinking about starting a program here is to be really patient with themselves and to know that there's a lot of work ahead of them, but it's also such an exciting opportunity to really carve out space in their life to delve into things like, where else would you do this but in grad school, or particularly in a school that cares about doing a lot of your own personal work. And that's not the case everywhere. And it demands a lot, but there's so much opportunity to know yourself better, to know your family better. And I think there's so many scary things that go with that. Like, what do I need to leave behind? And what beliefs are not serving me anymore? Is okay to choose my beliefs based on what serves me. And that might be very difficult to grapple with, but I think there's so much freedom to be found on the other side.
And so you really do have to do that work yourself of, what does all of this mean to me now? Why do I believe this? What do I believe? How does this fit into my vocation, my life, my relationships, my understanding of God? Yeah, be open, I think, is the key. You have to really allow yourself to embrace the vulnerability, I think. To embrace that vulnerability really allows you to take advantage of all the opportunities that the Seattle School has to offer.
I would invite people, even as they're sort of thinking through, is this a place for me, to think through, who are your guides? Who are your spiritual wisdom teachers? Who are you reading? Who are you going to for support and wisdom? And to also find a community along the way to conspire with and to share ideas with, and to go to one another when you need encouragement. This has been a place that I've experienced that gift of community, and one that will forever mark how I do this work in the future, to not do it alone, but to always do it with others, hand in hand.
It's a really wild ride, and I'm really glad that I did it and glad that I gave it the attention that it deserved. And I mean, truly, the more that you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. I'm Annie Mesaros, and I graduated with my Master of Divinity.
I'm Jessica Dexter, and I studied Theology and Culture.
My name is Alex Mrakovich. I'm a graduating MDiv student here at the Seattle School of Theology and Psychology.